Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at They Didn't Realize I Speak the Language stories. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. Happened to my wife when she worked at McDonald's. She looks a little on the Asian side. Group of Spanish-speaking people pay at the drive-thru and try shortchanging her. Driver says... I don't know how to say that. That damn Asian lady can't count. Wife takes the money and very politely says they are short in Spanish. Driver turns red while passengers couldn't stop laughing. Wow. Trying to scam someone because you think they don't understand your language? What is that attitude? Wait, did the driver also think because she's Asian she can't count? Sorry, but I thought the stereotype for Asians were that we're all smart. I thought everyone thinks that we're smart at math, dude. No? I lived in Japan when I was little and retook Japanese in college, so I didn't sound like a child when I spoke. To solidify my new language skills, I went to my hometown for about 6 weeks as summer in college. It was a small town, so most people remembered me or my family, but some people I stayed with, 6 weeks, 11 families, that at least wanted me to spend a night in the house, were new to the area since we left 15 years or so earlier. One of these families had a high school-aged son who wanted to borrow me for his high school's international festival. No problem. I'd go and let other high schoolers practice their English with me and do carnival games and stuff. Hey mom and dad, can I just borrow her? However, the guy apparently did not get the message that I spoke Japanese and proceeded to introduce me to all his friends as his girlfriend. I let him have his moment for the night without leading him on, but on the train ride back to his home, he was talking to his friend in Japanese and I joined in on the conversation, also in Japanese. The embarrassment on his face was worth knowing all his friends thought I was his girlfriend. Dude, that's so freaking embarrassing. Why? Did he bring her there for the sole purpose of introducing her as his girlfriend? Like, hey guys, look, I have a girlfriend now. Look at me. Are y'all jealous, you single peasants? Oh man, that's freaking embarrassing. The things teens would do for their pride, man. Crazy. That was so nice of them to not embarrass him in front of his group of friends. Like, they just played along until everyone left and they were alone, but that's so nice. I was a Mexican living in Germany with a Chinese school assigned roommate. He claimed not to speak any English and my German wasn't good, so we weren't able to communicate. My German roommates then claimed he told them he didn't speak any German, so I gather he was antisocial. That's suspicious. How could you live in a country and not learn the language? I took 3 years of Mandarin in high school, but I didn't try using it on him. About 3 months in, he and another Chinese student got off the bus at the same stop I did, and we all walked together to our flat. Heard him talking about me and his friend laughing but held back. Once we got to our flat, I opened the door and told him to please enter in Chinese. I still remember his shocked face. His friend later complimented my Chinese, while a few weeks later my roommate claimed my Chinese was so bad that he couldn't understand me. I seriously think he just wanted no contact with me, possibly because he never followed the cleaning schedule. What? That's rude as. You're talking bad about someone and then you're left embarrassed because they actually understand you, and then you're gonna tell them that their Chinese was bad? Dude, if anything, you should do like a 360 in your personality. Who just wants to be a jerk, hey? I honestly thought the story would have like a little twist where the guy who's Chinese would be like, oh my god, dude, your Mandarin's actually so good, let's be friends. But nah, he decided to be even more mean. That's ridiculous. Pathetic. My husband grew up in multiple countries, and though his English is pretty heavily accented, it's a sort of unidentifiable hybrid of all the countries where he learned it in school. Oh, when we went for our wedding rings and in-walks, super white me and my very Latino looking then fiance. It's a tiny little shop and the two owners begin to talk amongst themselves in Hebrew, one of my husband's first languages, about how much they should charge. The first says it should be at least $650. The second says tell him it will be $700 at least, maybe $750. I can try that. My husband says in Hebrew, but with a smile, I'll give you $500. They just froze, and everyone laughed, and we went into a more open negotiation. We paid $600, and I think everyone was happy. Dude, I realize this is so common. A lot of the times this happens when the owners of another country think you don't understand their language and they start to try to charge you more because, you know, you wouldn't know better since you wouldn't know like the rates in that country and like the normal prices in that country because you didn't live there. Jeez, man, why you gotta do that? I live in Austria, but my dad is from Brazil, and all my Austrian aunts and uncles married a Brazilian. My grandparents from my mother's side opened and led a factory of our family company in Brazil. That's why everyone was there, but some eventually came back to Austria, just like my mom with my dad. Me and my siblings were raised multilingual, but lived most of our lives in Austria. So once when I was around 10, my mom and me were on a tram in Vienna with my little brother, who was around 2 at the time, in a stroller, and he starts crying really loudly. Then one Brazilian lady starts speaking really loudly and in an obnoxious tone, something in the lines of, well, these European folks don't know how to treat their children with love. How can someone be so cold and unaffectionate to a child as to let them scream without taking them out of the stroller and holding them? We were standing, by the way. There was no seat big enough at the time where we could leave the stroller, so I was getting worried we were doing something wrong. I wanted to comfort my brother and get him out, but my mum stopped me and really loudly said in Portuguese, "Leave him. It is too dangerous to take him out of the stroller while we are standing here and the tram is moving." You could see the woman's face go from red to white and back to red. Get up and get out so fast at the next exit that we just started laughing and my brother ultimately calmed down. Yo, that lady just made a fool out of herself. Like, mind your own business, okay? How are you gonna judge someone's life just based off of one action or one inaction, you know? She was literally like, oh, these people don't know how to raise kids. Just because the baby was crying for a little bit, she literally just judged their entire life, their entire parenting, everything. If it's not your business, leave them alone. Unless someone actually needs help, then help them. But if no one's asking for help, just mind your own business. 2 deaf people were in my store talking bad about me. They were signing. My sister is deaf. I had no ASL. After I got their money, I kindly told them to get out and ended the conversation with the one sign everyone knows. Oh, yo, I've never ever thought about this before. Like talking bad about someone in sign language. Why did I never think about this? I just thought, you know, deaf people just don't talk bad about people. That's some crazy stuff though, honestly. Like, you know, if you didn't understand sign language, you would think that they're talking to each other, you know, just discussing prices and stuff. But nope. They're actually saying how ugly you are. My wife is Indian and her family speaks Gujarati. I've spent many years trying to pick it up and have found it very difficult as there are no great resources that I am aware to learn it. You just have to listen and try to guess the context. Anyway, over the years I've gotten pretty good, and when my wife's aunt was visiting from India, she went right into my wife about how much weight I'd gained and how bad my diet must be. I understood every word and stopped her about 2 minutes into her rant. Turns out it didn't stop her from continuing. Oh, she just went on. That's kind of relatable for us though. They just tell you straight on. They don't even like whisper it. They just tell you directly. Oh, looks like you've gotten fat now. Oh, you're too skinny now. Why are you so skinny? Eat, just eat. Honestly, there's just always that one auntie, hey. I think it is like a cultural thing. I don't know why though. Like, they don't think it's disrespectful. They just think they're helping you because they're telling you that you've gained weight means they're helping you, that you should lose some weight. They don't think it's rude. But obviously people who hear that will be so offended and just upset. Like, they don't want to hear anything about their weight, okay? They just want to eat happily. Don't bring their weight up. Man, I cannot believe it. I guess it does come from good intentions, I think, because I guess they're just trying to make you healthier, but they don't understand that they're actually hurting us. Like, kids don't need to be hearing that, okay? Kids don't need to be hearing, oh my god, you should eat less. You're gonna get fat. No one's gonna like you. Kids don't need to hear that. Alright? I think I've heard that too much. I've had enough. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.